patrons confronted an armed individual after he attacked a patron, holding her in a headlock and a gun to her head.
It was a dramatic scene inside the Smiles nightclub in Palm Coast Sunday night during a dispute over car keys. Sheriff Rick Staley tells us what happened next.
Patrons jumped the suspect, which protected the victim from further injuries, but the suspect was able to fire 6 shots inside the bar. Fortunately, no one was injured, which is amazing. Patrons continued to confront the suspect and attempted to hold him down as other patrons called 911 for assistance. The suspect fled out the door and deputies located him along a wooded area of the parking lot and took him into custody. He was still armed with a 9mm handgun. He is now facing multiple felony charges and is residing in the Green Roof Inn. Residents should always remember that alcohol and guns do not mix and usually end up in a tragedy. Fortunately, the tragedy was avoided and this individual went to jail. It could have had a much different outcome.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
Unemployment rises slightly in Flagler County, hitting 3.2%. Greg Blase, the president and CEO of the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber of Commerce, explains this increase is usual this time of year.
We saw the unemployment rate go up 0.2 percentage points last month, according to the latest data released from the Florida Department of Economic Opportunity. What it means for Flagler County is during this time of year, we normally have an increase in the unemployment rate anyway because of the slowdown of summer jobs. Obviously, tourism is a huge part of Flagler County's economy, and so when the summer tourism slows down, we do see a slowdown in terms of jobs.
Blase says Hurricane Ian did not have a significant impact on local jobs.
Normally, when you have a natural disaster such as a hurricane impact our area and do damage to businesses, you see those businesses go out of business, and so therefore jobs are lost, and that did not happen in Flagler County.
Blase says they're keeping a watchful eye on the unemployment rate ahead of the holiday shopping season, with retail up, but he says winter often leads to an economic slowdown in the area. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
Flagler County Land Management is launching a new guided tour series called A Walk in the Park. This particular event adds In the Woods. Public Lands and Natural Resource Manager Mike Lagasse has details.
The walk is intended to give a chance for some of Flagler County citizens and visitors a chance to kind of walk through Princess Place Preserve, the crown jewel of the county's park system, kind of show some of the off-the-beaten trail areas and kind of show a lot of the nature and ecosystem work that's been going on out there.
Lagasse says expect to be out for 2 hours, wear closed-toe shoes, and bring water and wear sunscreen. This inaugural tour will take place at 10 a.m. today at Princess Place Preserve and is limited to 8 hikers. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Are the housing permit numbers in Palm Coast contributing to the housing shortage?
Mayor David Alphen says yes. He said on a recent episode of Real Estate Matters that people who live here get worried when they hear the number of houses that a builder wants to build.
The problem is that people digest these news headlines, and in their mind, they're calculating, oh my God, there's thousands and thousands of new homes. If you actually go and look at the number of permits issued, you'd be shocked at how few there are.
Alphen said that that's why there is such a housing shortage and why prices are so high.
And you'd better understand why we have such a housing shortage, which is propelling your median sale price higher.
The mayor said that some plans that called for hundreds of homes are several years old and may no longer call for as many houses. Real Estate Matters is on WNZF every Saturday morning at 11 and on the Flagler radio app. Tomorrow, how current residents use unbuilt infrastructure. From the WNZF newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.